Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 4 of the Screenwriting Chronicles. Today we are on a little homemade writing retreat, if you will. We are at the farm and we're here for 2 days. Well, today and then Sunday until we go home. Well, I guess no need to bore you with any extra details. You know the drill. I've been writing the same screenplay for far too long, and this week we're aiming to get it finished. So this weekend I have a couple goals that I wrote down that I wanted to achieve. Where is my Milanote board? Also, Caroline Winkler put me on Milanote. I think it is the best thing any influencer has ever sold me on, and I didn't even have to pay for it. Are you using Milanote?
Never heard of her.
You should use Milanote. Anyway, I'll leave my Milanote referral code in the description if you want. That way I can get more square block thingies to use, and you can get more square block thingies to use. These are the 3 goals that I had when I thought that this was going to be like a full 3-day kind of trip situation. But I might adapt them slightly to fit, the 24 hours or whatever it is time-wise that I have to write. So the first goal that I have is to break into Act 3, which is a pretty daunting one because we all know the Act 2 slog is, well, it's a slog. The other goal, so this is more of like a wishful thinking, would be to finish the screenplay. I don't think that's gonna happen, but I have that on there as a possibility. What the heck? Okay, so we said break into Act 3, get to a total of 85 pages, and then continue writing after the writing retreat. So ideally, I really want to build a habit so that I'm writing every day so that I can get this done by, I think, mid-February was my goal, which I think is really possible if I create a more consistent writing habit. But yeah, those are the ambitious goals for this weekend. I don't know. I'm excited to get some writing done and feel like, I start the habit in a third place and then try and continue it into my regular routine. So with that being said, let's start writing. I think I want to take off my rings though.
Okay.
Yes.
And partly because I was listening to this podcast,
It's not really
gonna be convincing, but I think... Oh, okay. No, it's still cold, so like, me being movement is important.
Yeah, exactly. It's not really
Gonna be...
There's a new day.
Should I set some timers? Okay. I'm gonna start with a 20-minute timer.
Darling, you've got to keep
Like anything, the starting phase of a project has 3 stages: the motivation, the wind-up, and the action. This time, my motivation was clear and present. The wind-up was getting my energy levels up with a delightful little swim. And finally, the action was sitting down at my computer to write and hopefully making progress. However, there's always a lull that somehow sneaks its way into the process when the proper precautions to take care of oneself are not met. Right. My computer just died, which effectively ends my sprint. I think I was going for about 20 to 25 minutes for that first one, and I picked up in the middle of a scene a lot faster than I thought I would, so thank you to past Ashley for leaving my notes for what to brainstorm going forward. I'm getting exhausted, so I'm going to plug in my laptop, have a little break for 10 minutes, maybe 15, and I think eat something because I just need some more energy. I have not slept well this whole week. Anyway, I've got my accountability buddy back there. Say hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
We're working together today. Okay. It's snack time. So, I wrote, I would say almost 2 pages in the first 30-minute sprint things. So I wrote about 2 and a bit pages in the first 20-minute sprint that I was doing. My live stream sprint from Brielle Writes paused. Yeah, I think that's all I have to update you on. I've now moved inside. Steven and I shared some cheese and crackers as a snack, and now I'm on the beanbag getting ready to write. So hopefully I'll do maybe 30 minutes this time, and then work my way up to 45 minutes. Okay, let's get started.
It's worth noting that the car we've got here is fitted with the M Sport Pro pack.
This retreat was rife with the expectation of greatness. I had a quiet space to write, someone to write with, and time. I was determined to make something happen and make huge strides without letting anything stop me. And while this determination was what helped me film this video, in such a beautiful way I might add, there was something missing from the action that was hindering my process.
You have to hold it closer to your face, otherwise we won't see you.
Yeah?
Don't shake it, don't shake it.
So I'm writing a road movie. Or, rather, what?
Like a road trip.
Yes, exactly. Kind of. And I can't figure out how to make it interesting without just having everybody, like, talking to each other. And it's a cast of, like, 9 characters, and I don't know... I'm just having trouble, like... What's, like, interesting about, like, a road trip movie that you've seen? Right.
The other people don't understand, but they're also risking their lives to do it.
Some...
That scene of like, you're getting paid?
Yeah.
Like, it's so entertaining because you see like what's in it for, like, as an audience.
I don't think I have a strong enough why. Because why all of these people are on this bus is just basically like chance and happenstance. Nothing is motivating them to move forward, which is why there's no action.
Maybe you can have some buscist.
What?
Buscist.
What is buscest?
You know, like dormcist?
Yeah.
Buscist.
Okay, well... But that's not a why. Do you know what I mean? That doesn't
not a
explain
why,
why they're on the
it's-
journey. It's conflict, sure, but like, unmotivated conflict is boring. Hello, good people. It has been a little bit since I last updated you. A couple things have happened. I did 40 minutes to an hour of writing sprints in addition to the one that you already saw. My laptop fell and the screen dented, so now it doesn't close properly, which I'm going to try get fixed on Monday. And that kind of put a damper on my mood, so I was a bit sour the rest of the evening. Steven and I played with sparklers, got some cool shots that I think will just be really fun, and sometimes it's also very fun to play with fire. What? Famous last. And I have yet again reached another point in the story where I'm like, I don't know how this is going to continue. And I think it's for at least two reasons. So the first one is that none of my characters have a strong enough why. Like, just initially, like, getting on the bus. Why do they get on the bus? Why do they stay on the bus after all these things keep happening? And I don't think I know what these whys are for the characters, and so it's not coming through in the writing, which means it's making it very, very difficult to actually continue introducing motivated conflict, writing the scenes, and doing all that, and sort of doing all that important stuff that makes a story interesting. And that was another thing that I was really struggling with, is it's not very interesting, and I'm getting bored writing it, which is, again, not a good sign. So one reason, not a strong enough why for any of my characters. Reason number two, the context is not playing enough of a role in how these characters are making decisions. So in the film that this screenplay is, like, based on being adapted from, the cultural context that surrounds the journey that these characters are taking is very, it's very subtle in the film, but it's a very strong backbone. But I think with this story and the way that it's being adapted into Zimbabwe, it needs to be a little bit more distinct, because it just plays a much bigger role than I think I had thought. And so I think I need to make it a little bit more obvious and have it be more of a lifeblood through line throughout the entire story. And the third reason why it's not working, I don't remember. Stevie, do you remember what I was giving my reasons for?
Yeah, I remember the first one.
What was it? So, what I ended up doing was, we kind of talked about different motivations and the parallels that my story has with a previous time in history in Zimbabwe to, like, present day in Zimbabwe. So that those two, what am I saying? That face. Ooh. Hi. Color grading this footage made me want to vomit, so we're just gonna enjoy some black and white footage now, because I really don't have the patience to go through each thing and try and make it less. The other reason that I think it's not working is I'm struggling to write multiple characters. This is not the first time that I've brought this up, so I think I might bring the focus on one particular character or particular duo, maybe trio of characters. Yeah, I hate to say it, but I think the most useful thing that I can do right now is, step one, reread everything that I've written up till now, write down all of my notes, questions, kind of go into a revision mode before I finish the draft, I know, and almost completely start from square one, like re-outline the whole thing and start writing afresh. Because if my characters have no motivation, then the story is not going to go anywhere, no matter how hard I try to push it. So I'm gonna do some writing sprints a little bit later and re-outline the script. And then I guess we'll see where we'll go from there. In the meantime, Steven and I are going to finish watching a James Bond film, and then I'm going to get back to it. Good morning. I did not write anymore last night. I went to sleep. I finally actually slept well for the first time all week. Happy February. I turned 24 in 7 days. That's totally normal and exciting. I'm gonna redo my outline process now before I go have breakfast. Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do now. By this point, failure was looming on the horizon. The retreat was coming to a close. I was completely stuck and exhausted. I had failed. Or so I thought. At the beginning of this video, I talked about my goals, but failed to really emphasize the one that meant the most to me and the one that would actually lead to progress. Doing a little bit every day. Okay, it is 2 days after the retreat has ended, and I'm on my day 2 writing streak. Now, believe it or not, this is probably the best place that I've left the screenplay in a really long time. Now, if you're up to date with the series, you'll know that I really rushed into this because I had a deadline. And clearly deadlines mean nothing to me because this is so many years later and I'm still working on the same thing. But now that I have a solid outline, a strong motivation, and a heart and backbone to the story, and most importantly, writing a little bit every day and staying consistent with it, I have no doubt that this screenplay will be finished within the month of March, latest. So I'm really happy with where my outline is. I got it approved and things are looking up and up. Hey guys, it's Editing Ashley here. The countdown's freaked Cinnamon. It's Editing Ashley here just to kind of give an outro to the vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. None of these videos I ever make ever turn out as planned, but such is life. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment if you liked it, like the video, and share it if you want more videos like this. That really helps, grow the channel and helps make sure that I can keep doing this. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one.